And we're starting to see that creators are seeing themselves as businesses, right? So they want stable, transparent foundations to monetize their creative efforts. They don't get that on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok.
Hi everyone, and welcome yet to another exciting episode of NewForum, where we always bring you awesome creators, founders, and visionaries from the Web3 space. And on today's episode, we are super excited to have with us Dayo Adesun, who's the co-founder of Glass Protocol. And Glass Protocol is the first video NFT music place, and I'm super thrilled to chat with him about the potential of video NFTs and the platform. Hi Dayo, happy to have you on.
Hi, Joy. It's great to, finally, converse with you. I know we reached out a while back and, we had our heads down. And I've been, I look at a lot of podcasts, and I think your podcast is probably one of the most educational and diverse that I've seen in the space. So, big fan of NewForum and the people that you guys have brought on. And thought now was a perfect time to come on with us dropping the first video NFT marketplace on Solana recently.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm super happy to hear that and super excited to hear more about the project. I want to start the conversation off by asking you, what are like some of the, I would say, 3 videos that you remember growing up or that just stuck into your mind? It could be music videos, it could be visual videos that you were like, damn, like videos are something special.
So I would say the first video that comes to my mind is The Pursuit of Happiness by, Will Smith and Jaden Smith. That was one of those movies that I just felt was so pivotal to not just the, black community, not just the entrepreneurship community, but also the film community, also, just the communities that kind of care about um, father-son relationships, what it's like to build a product, over years, what it's like to do all these things. And so I thought that movie was amazing. Another favorite is, I would say Inception. I'm a big fan of Leo DiCaprio, a big fan of just that whole movie and that whole. And then Runaway movie by Kanye West was like one of those crazy music videos that was like part music video, part movie. Definitely changed my life. And like I went to school in Nigeria for a couple of years from 12 to 14, and so like MTV Trace music was like the number one thing. So we were always watching like music videos, like top 20 music videos, like every single day. So like used to watch a lot of music videos, and huge Kanye West fan, huge Hans Zimmer, Christopher Nolan fan, and I love The Pursuit of Happiness.
Amazing. Yeah, I had to ask this question because I feel like growing up videos and, YouTube came up when I was growing up. And also, like you said, music videos like Kanye West played a big role in like culture. And it was just always so exciting to see a new movie or video come out. And you're just like been waiting coming from school and seeing them. So Dayo, how did you came up with the idea of Glass Protocol?
So I didn't come up with the idea of glass, but the idea of glass, it was kind of evolutionary. We were working on a project before this, which was like Twitter on a map, and it was a super cool product. But we learned that like even if you make the coolest product, if you don't, if you can't monetize that, if you can't sustain on that, it doesn't matter. And so we realized like that was the biggest thing we learned, and so we were very much thinking about how can we make a product that can sustain and monetize itself, not just be a super cool product. Um, Cause yeah, and so Glass kind of came about. We had been thinking about video for a while, and then Sam started, working on some decentralized video applications, and like I would say, from Sam's tweaking with these decentralized video applications, and his deep, background in crypto, I had, a kind of deep background in crypto. Like one of my best friends was had been in crypto since 2014, 2015, and I'd seen all the waves, but I didn't care because I cared about social networks and I cared about actually helping people, not like financial tools that like are safe havens to just hide from like the U.S. government. And so I knew I'd been there in crypto since 2014, 2013, just looking on the outside, not really feeling like I wanted to get involved too heavily. Bought like the Litecoin and the Ethereum's back then, and then 2021, Sam did that decentralized video on IPFS. Then we did a big wait list. We got 70,000 people on a wait list just about the idea of video NFTs in less than 48 hours. And then we did a pivot from our previous startup, and then we started Glass right around August 2021, September 20, like last year this time. And we just kept rolling with it. So I would say like the idea has been evolutionary. Like, the main idea that we were captured by was video and social networks rather than the blockchain. But the money side of cryptocurrency was also interesting. And so video and money was kind of the combination of ideas that we said would be important for the next 500 years. And so that's what we were like, all right, like we might as well, give this our best shot, seeing the best we can do with video and the best we can do with money in cryptocurrencies and just blockchain.
That is so interesting. I feel like, yeah, video right now really has a chokehold on our society as a whole because, of social media, and really like every brand is out there and making video content and is really, trying to get their foot in the door through Web2 platforms or Web3 angles. And what do you think, like, what has changed in the landscape, and why do you feel like now it's necessary for artists and creators and video makers to say, hey, like, we actually want to own this content, like, and what are like the benefits of like joining Glass?
So I would say the main thing that has happened is that there's three changes that are happening in like how creators see themselves. And we're starting to see that creators are seeing themselves as businesses, right? So they want stable, transparent foundations to monetize their creative efforts. They don't get that on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok. You're not going to have a stable, transparent foundation to monetize your efforts. When we drop this video on Glass versus all your other, videos that you guys have dropped, I think we'll be able to see, the difference between, what Glass can do versus YouTube. And then the other thing is creators are more grounded in their aspirations. So someone like you, Joy, like you really like NewForum is building a community that's going to have a strong, loyal fan base. Not really, NewForum's not really looking for a viral moment, or something like that from TikTok. You guys are not looking to just go viral all of a sudden. You guys are more so looking for a valuable, loyal fan base, right? A leveraged fan base, a fan base that, can get you into get you into that party if you needed to, or get you into this, So you want a strong, loyal fan base that's valuable to you, and valuable to the many means in this world that you might want to experience. And so then the last thing is just like audiences are communities, right? So, people are starting to realize that, people are more invested in shared experiences and they see themselves as stakeholders in the success of creators that they care about. And like you see with the new product that we're making, the Circle, that like people feel like they're stakeholders in the success of, Jamie's video, right? So like even if you want to show a couple, views of the new product, you can see that this is like, imagine Mr. Beast from his first video. It's like he gives so much back to his viewers and supporters, but imagine if his viewers and supporters could be collecting his videos from the start, right? Like, and whether it's a free mint, whether it's a free mint, whether it's a point 0.5 soul, it doesn't matter. Like the idea is that like you can have these NFTs as a way to symbolize I've been supporting this person from day one. And everybody cares about who was there from day one, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Ethereum day one, whether it's Solana day one, whether it's, whatever day one, people want to be able to say, I have been there since literally day one. And, a great way to like exemplify that is an experience that like something like this, where, we have this glass pass and, this glass class, and you can see who was there from day one, right? You can see the circle of community, right? Who has four editions, who has, multiple editions, how long they supported, what they believe in, like activity leaderboards and stuff like that, who's buying what, how it's moving and stuff like that, right? Buying it for 3 SOL. This was a free mint that's selling for 3 SOL on secondaries, right? And so we really wanted to create the first Web3 social network. And I mean, YouTube started the creator economy, right? Like they were the first to pay video creators, but they were also the first to really do video creation. In the same way, we're the first to do video NFT creation. Like this is, I know they gon' talk. Like this is called, but they don't want no rank to. John Waltz is coming out soon. Tuesday. You can add that to the calendar, right? You can prepare, and then you could be in John Waltz's circle from the beginning, right? So
I love this. This is so cool.
It's kind of nuts because it's next level where you're supporting a creator. Like this has motivated me to get this podcast mic. I got a podcast mic set up because it's so much cooler to be a creator now and to try and experiment. I got this mic here, but to just try and experiment, creating Ray Isla, superstar. We got Sage Lena, superstar. And then, it's just so much crazy experience is about to come here. And our goals right now are really to just inspire people. That's all we can do. There's a lot of non-inspiring things in Web3, right? There's a lot of things where, there's a lot of, there's just a lot of non-inspiring things in Web3, and it's like the only thing that's going to inspire like normal people to get into Web3 is going to be if they like feel like this TikTok could easily go into Web3, or if they feel like this YouTube video could easily go into Web3. And that's why we think, in the same way electricity's killer app was the light bulb, and the internet's killer app was Google search, I think NFT's killer app are video NFTs.
Honestly, this is so cool. I'm definitely gonna check out the Glass community. And you really like, if you think about it, how much musicians and artists and videographers put into these videos. Like even if you're a content creator, you put so much effort into making the visuals and everything. And your fans or your community should own a piece of that, or should be able to, support you directly and not like have to go through all these hurdles. I think that's really important, and that way they can also fund their next project or think about even more crazy ideas if they grow their community, and they can really see who's really an OG fan, who's one of those 100 fans. And I'm wondering, could you walk us maybe through like the distribution process of like, I have my little snippet of video and I want to put it on there?
To put a video on Glass and distribute it, first you would go to the site and you would go and you would click this like create button, and I'll just show you guys like real quick, right? So you go to the site, you could create here at the top, right there at the top, and then you would fill out the type form. It would be a quick video application, and it would be super fast. You'd put the video in, right, and that's it, right? And so that's how you would get the video in. And then after that, it would take us 1 to 4 days to approve whether or not you should drop. Right now we're curating it because we've been in the space for, just around 10 to 12 months, done over $1 million, $1 million in creator revenue earned just from video NFTs. And we've noticed that like there's a cadence, there's a marketing rollout. So after you've been approved, we would give you a certain marketing rollout to actually go and do an effective drop to your community, into the Glass community. And then we would do a Twitter Spaces. The video would drop, similar to like Ray Easl's video that's about to drop in 6 hours. And then, the video would drop in 6 hours, and people would come and they would collect. You would tell them to, add it to their calendar on like Twitter and stuff like that. And then the video drops. And then once the video drops, if you collect it, you can unlock this preview, right? So you're unlocking the video when the video drops. If you don't own the video, you can't watch the full video, right? That's the token gated experience. We will also have free to watch content where it's like, like say you want everyone to be able to watch the full, podcast. That's up to the creator to say, I want to do it token gated like a movie premiere, or I want to do it, open. So it's kind of a little bit of like a YouTube Premium, YouTube vibe, or Amazon Prime, YouTube vibe. We also did, the first live stream, and we're planning on bringing that back as well. So yeah, that would be the process, right? So submit, create, wait to be approved, then approved, rollout strategy, Twitter Spaces, drop, drop, hopefully sell out, secondary volume, all on Glass.
I like that you provide kind of like the tools to help, like you not just like a platform and like you leave like the people on their own and you just like, you know what I mean? Like if you're on YouTube, yeah, there was kind of like how to make a YouTube video, but there was not really like how I'm going to build a successful ad campaign, or how I'm gonna build a business around my channel, or how to really like navigate this. So it's really cool that you guys not only provide the platform and the community, but also say, hey, like this is how you should like we're going to have a Twitter space, we're going to really take care of each creator, and we're not going to accept anything. You have to put in a bit of work to actually get your drop going. And I think that's teaching the creators also, okay, like, because they're always like, oh, Web3 is so confusing, whatever, but here's like, okay, we're actually teaching you one-on-one how you could do a drop, so it's not overwhelming. I think that's a really different concept, because I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, we believe in providing service and support. Like we said, videos are the most interesting application for people to get into Web3. That's what we believe. So in the same way, a light bulb is the most interesting application to show the value of electricity. It's like, okay, light this, way so I can read my book. Video happens to be like, okay, I spend a lot of money on my videos. I want to turn these from, loss leading experiences that are all about marketing into break even or even profiting experiences that, I can make money off of providing valuable information. And so that's the idea. Like, how can we create sustainable monetization for 1 billion video creators and video viewers? And so that's where we want to go. And I think that's the focus.
Yeah, and I just think about even like in fashion, we have a big fashion crowd, and I'm thinking that even there are creative directors creating these amazing videos, but they don't really go anywhere. Or in content, there's so many areas of content, and like you said, the market is huge. It is a problem that we're all facing. So I think it really makes sense to have video NFTs. And Dayo, we had a lovely conversation. I'm wondering, what are some of the most exciting things that happened to you while building this, and also what are the things that you're looking forward to?
This is one of the most exciting things. When we dropped, this was the first fashion video NFT we dropped. This was on the Ethereum version, but this was when smoke clears. They did a full fashion show on the blockchain, and the collector of this was able to go to their next fashion show from that. So this being like that first fashion video NFT was super cool. Like I linked up with like Gunna that night. Like, I mean, there's just been so many cool things. Like this was the ETH Glass version, and we had so many legends here on this. And then, this is the current new Glass version that we just dropped on Monday. But yeah, I would say we've had like the Timbaland drop, that Timbaland drop, he made over, I think, 23 ETH on that drop. And, to make that on a music video edition drop. I think that's the highest selling music video NFT sold as editions. And it was super legendary. Like, that was just ridiculous. We had an amazing spaces with the Rug Radio and Farouk. And so that was just an awesome experience to do, the Timbaland drop. And then, especially how fast we were able to turn that around. Timbaland and his friend Zayd hit us up on like a Friday. We were able to get that drop done by Thursday. So that was awesome. The Ryan Tedder Kygo drop was amazing, with the Bored Ape drop. Like, just doing a PFP Bored Ape drop was very cool. The first thing we did was probably one of the coolest things we did, which was like a live stream NFT. And we were just chilling on the live stream. It was like a Zoom call onto the Glass site with the Discord comments. We're chilling, just like kicking it back, doing things I don't know if I could say on this podcast, but we literally were able to make 10K in 20 minutes, literally on that live stream NFT. So we learned a crazy secret there. And then, like, I would just say, like, we just learned so many crazy secrets just through this whole thing. Like, just like, okay, like, automated market maker. Like, what if you were to buy it, like, treat an NFT like a stock, treat an NFT where you could buy it and then sell from it, right? Like, almost like selling from that market, that liquidity pool behind that NFT and get it back, right? We were the first to really experiment that with music video NFTs, and video NFTs. I think there was a few years back who had tried it. I'm forgetting their name, like Endler or something like that. But we tried that. We were able to do 40 ETH in that pool, within the span of a week. And so it's just, we tried some things, and we tried some things. I would say you're going to see a different Glass now because, when we started for like literally 10, 12 months, we literally tried every single experiment we thought was cool, from selling a fashion video NFT to selling the first educational video NFT, with Nader and Valve, Alcoholics, to selling, the Black Hand gaming video NFT, to doing music video NFTs, 27 Deli, Salem Marley, a bunch of other legends there. And then we tried a lot, but we think now it's time to focus on building the greatest product that Web3's ever seen. And to build the greatest product Web3's ever seen, it has to be an application that people care about. And people care a lot about videos. And so that was the first thing, right? And so now it's like we already are dealing with something that everyone, like a lot of people love, either subconsciously or consciously. And now all we need to do is revolutionize what videos can be, what a professional video can be, why Nike should collect this next video, right? Why Visa, should collect this video NFT. I would say that's the goal. How can we create a culture that demonstrates the true value of video content and inspires and accelerates investment, inspiration, information, creation, and community all around video? Like, we're literally trying to totally change the way people consider videos. Like, we think it's the most important medium of the next 500 years. In the same way, during the Gutenberg Revolution, the printing press was the most important thing, right? It's as pivotal as writing. The kids want TikTok videos. So it's like, if they want TikTok videos, we want them to graduate up to Glass. It's like, okay, I've been doing this for so long. All right, I know how to make a 30-second intro that's interesting as crap. And now I want to live off this and I want to make money. And I know I have loyal fans that love it. So we're talking with some of the biggest YouTubers, but we don't believe it's going to be the biggest YouTubers that are going to change it. We believe it's going to be the Ray Islas, the Jaden Violets, the Black Daves, the Taro, Daniel Allen, creators that are coming up from the bottom, Serve, creators that are coming up from the bottom that people don't necessarily know about, but they have their local communities in a tight hold. These are the people that have 100 true fans, 100 true collectors that will pay $100. They're making 10K right there, right? Then they go to their next thing, right? Then they're making 100K if they get 1,000 new collectors that are paying $100. So kind of following the Kevin Kelly model. but making the sexiest product that Web3 can see, like if we can't do that, no one in Web3 should expect success. It's all about the attractiveness of the product. And so we put our heads down for the last 8 months, and we've just been, of course, trying out new monetization models. But the main thing was building a network product that was very attractive for people. And what is attractive is being able to build community and being able to make 10 times more money on that video than you can make on YouTube. That's where we're starting. I consider it like 2005 YouTube. Like, I don't think we're going to really explode until 2007, YouTube, but I think it's coming, and I think people know what's coming if you've, collected or experienced or just been in the thick and the woods with us and seen what we've done. Yes, I think we want to get better at creating hype around what we're doing because it is super cool. But I think that just comes with continuing to do awesome stunts. But yeah, we believe in like cross chain. We believe in cross project, cross platform. We love all the music NFT platforms out. We love all the big, marketplaces and stuff like that. And we've been observing and just very appreciative right now, but definitely we want to break through and we want to make sure that we survive this because it's not easy surviving crypto.
Damn, like so much goodness in this. Like I can just say that I agree with what you said. It's not going to be the big players, I think, who are going to make this transition. It's going to be the people who are really deep with their community, who have the right cultural moment and who will bring that, because I feel like it's already there, but the big masses, like the young kids on TikTok and Instagram, they don't really touch it yet because the products are not there yet, I would say, or it's not, they can't be reached. Like they have to transition to a whole different structure of the web. So I feel like we have to give it some time, but it's going to be those cultural like breakthroughs, people that are really deep into either music or fashion or sports that are going to do this change. And how long has Glass been around? Just because I'm so surprised, like with all of the things that you just mentioned. I'm like, damn, how old is this project? Like, you don't seem to be around so long for doing so much,
Yeah, I mean, we've been around, we've been dropping videos consistently for the past 8 months. We did like the first live stream about 11 months ago. So we've been around for like 8 to 12 months. But like of course we were pivoting from another startup. So we had a whole other startup that we had. So I mean, like we did a lot now that I think back on it, even though it didn't feel like we did a lot.
8 months is like, I mean, in crypto times, it's more than the usual times, but still, I feel like to pull off all these successes, it's like 8 months is nothing, So congrats to you guys on that,
Yeah, we were almost gonna do the live stream with D Gods when they dropped. Like we were talking with D Gods about doing a live stream with them for their drop. But the reality is, video's inevitable. MP4s I think are better than JPEGs. So and when I think about where we sit, I couldn't be happier about where we sit. Like, I mean, JPEGs are in the news, even though, NBA Top Shot, single-handedly really is what people wanted to do. Like, it's reached over 2 billion in sales because, people want to collect awesome basketball videos from awesome basketball stars. So it's like, it wasn't like there wasn't a clear market there for us, but for the, greater industry, it did seem a little bit unclear. And so I think the good thing is like we're curated in the same way, NBA Top Shot's curated, you can't just get a video up as NBA Top Shot. But, the problem with NBA Top Shot is you can't, those athletes are just like collectors only. They're doing these dunks and they're not getting splits on those dunks. The NBA is taking that. So I think now it's like you can have athletes that are doing dunks and getting the splits, right? You can have athletes doing these awesome things and getting the splits, and you can have collectors that are flipping those in the basketball video NFT section, right? And so, I think once we get categories onto the site, trending leaderboard, these next updates, in October are gonna be amazing. It's gonna get closer to the greatest product in Web3 history. And then I think after that, once we make the greatest product in Web3 history, that's when we go and become Glass Protocol, right? So we go from great decentralized application to protocol to all these things, similar to kind of how Facebook, did, right? Great profile application for Web2. Everyone wants to see the college profiles. Grew that from colleges to high schools, opened it up, right? So it's like we're gonna, grow it, create some more community creation, then open it up to people, and the creators that stay for the long term, that provide value, they're gonna be owners, right? They're gonna own Glass. And so the collectors that have been here since the beginning, collecting since the beginning, they're gonna own Glass, right? And so that's another reason why it matters to be early, because it's like you're not actually just collecting from that creator, you're also collecting from Glass. You're also investing into the future of video NFTs and that surviving, right? And so we think doing that at the beginning, over time, and providing value, you should be an owner of this. And so we want this to be the first community-owned video NFT network, and this is literally inning one.
Yes, say it louder for the creators in the back who hasn't got it yet. Like you want to be an owner here and you want to get on those video NFTs. Dayo, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to see what you come up with next, and how this whole I in my core believe that this is going to happen. I can see it. So I'm so excited for video NFTs and for Glass. And yeah, where can our community find you on your socials so they can all check it out?
Yes, so and I will say yes, we're curated right now, but I personally believe curation is another form of gatekeeping. So I do not believe in being curated for, too long. And we do want to be open by 2023. So whether it's January, February 2023, March, I don't know, but we are gradually trying to get open, and being curated is only because we're building out the product and we want to inspire people and show them that this could work, and also learn. But yeah, my socials, Dayo, you can follow me on Twitter. I have a bunch of socials, but you can follow me on Twitter at DAYO, Dayo, but like single to Mayo with a D, single to Dayo, Dayo, Adeosun 10. That's my at Dayo Adeosun 10, or my username is Dayo, Dayo dot glass, GLASS, parentheses, two eyes to the left, parentheses. And that's my username. And the eyes, we do the eyes because we believe eyes are connected to video. And of all the senses, people care most about their eyes. That's what we believe. I think Salvador Dali has this one book about like he's just like drawing these eyes, and like you're just like the eyes are going to the painting. But like, yeah, eyes, perspective, eyes, video, vision, love eyes. And then Glass at Glass Protocol on Twitter, and then Instagram at GLASS.XYZ, and then TikTok at Glass Protocol. We're just gonna set that up, and then also hop into our Discord. You can find that on our Twitter bio at Glass Protocol. So everything at Glass Protocol on Twitter. That's our main distribution channel, and that's where to find us.
Everything Glass, just you will find it. And yeah, I'm so happy for everyone who tuned in today's episode. If you guys want to get more involved within what Dayo is doing, make sure to follow the links in the bio, and also follow us, NewForum, on Twitter and Instagram. And we're always trying to provide amazing episode with an amazing guest, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode. So bye bye.